you know that one guy who's just good at everything? He can cook well, lifts heavy, talks smooth, commands attention, and somehow makes it all look easy. Everyone assumes he was born like that, but here's the truth. That's not luck, that's earned. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become that guy. Not by grinding for 10,000 hours, not by faking confidence, but by rewiring how you learn. You'll walk away knowing exactly how to get good at anything fast. Now, I'm not going to ramble on about being confident and genuinely believing in yourself. If you've seen any of my other videos, you already know this is absolutely mandatory in getting good at just about anything. Instead, we're going to get a bit deeper. To become good at things, you have to embrace the identity of someone who's already good at it. If you want to become good at boxing, don't just buy a punching bag and train. Act like a boxer, eat like one, think like one. Identity absorbs skills faster than repetition ever will. I'll repeat that. Identity absorbs skills faster than repetition ever will. You can train for months and still feel like a beginner, or you can make a mindset shift and start seeing the world through the lens of a pro. Take a look at The Biggest Loser. It's a weight loss competition show where contestants lose massive amounts of weight, but what most people don't know is that the majority of them gain all of the weight back after the show ends. Why? Because they never actually became healthy people. They didn't change their identity. They just followed a routine long enough to hit a short-term goal. And once that goal was gone, so was their motivation. The real transformation doesn't happen in your body. It happens in your brain. The best way to start shifting your identity is by asking yourself one simple question. Would the person I want to become do this? Would someone with a six-pack crush a whole Domino's pizza at 2 a.m.? Would a millionaire scroll TikTok all day? Would a successful YouTuber skip uploading this week? Probably not. So just follow the version of yourself you're trying to become. The second concept I want to break down is something I call the snake method. The snake method is a skill acquisition system that goes learn, test, then slither sideways. What this means is once you try a skill and get pretty good at it, jump sideways into something related. Doing this forces you to improve in both skills faster than jumping from one skill to another. For example, learn video editing, then slither sideways into graphic design, then slither again into animation. What you wouldn't want to do is learn video editing, then solve a Rubik's Cube, then play basketball. None of these skills are related to each other, so you're starting from zero. Video editing, graphic design, and animation are all skills that stack on each other, and learning one of them makes the rest come much easier. Now, especially when you're using the snake method, I want you to focus on learning using the 80-20 principle. This means that learning 20% of the skill will get you 80% of the results. Learning the 20% of Rubik's Cubes will teach you how to fully solve a standard Rubik's Cube, and the vast majority of people can't do that. The other 80% is solving at high speeds, solving more complex cubes, etc. For cooking, this would look like learning how to cook pasta, eggs, and chicken really well. The other 80% would be mastering baking a cake or cooking beef Wellington. Learn how to do a ton of things 20%, then pick a few skills to dive into the 80% for. This will quickly allow you to become a jack of all trades and master of a few. Now, here's one of the most overlooked tools of high performers. Run simulation loops in your head. Seriously, this works like magic. Before you ever pick up the camera, throw the punch, or go into that job interview, mentally rehearse it. Walk through the steps in your head. Visualize how you'll feel, where you might mess up, and how you'll respond. Imagine the setting, the sounds, and even your nerves. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between real practice and mental reps. So when you visualize a skill in advance, your brain starts wiring as if you've already done it. Olympic athletes do this before big races. Pro speakers do it before stepping on stage. I do it before filming videos, and it works. Here's how to do it. Picture yourself in the moment. Walk through the steps in slow motion, then imagine something going wrong, and watch yourself calmly recover. Finally, rerun it until it feels familiar. You're not just preparing, you're installing confidence before the moments ever happen. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this. Skills are not about talent. They're about identity, stacking, focus, and mental reps. You're capable of being good at so many more things than you think, but you have to train smarter, not harder. So start acting like the person you want to become. That's how you become good at everything.